Dan and Craig exit the guest house as Dr. Traorus remains resting. The doctor sees them exit the door. For a moment, he contemplates following. Craig, once they are outside, thanks Dan for his help in making his bed and singing him to sleep. In return, he tells Dan that he will buy him some wonderful new items from the villagers, while Dr. Traorus decides to remain as he is. They head first to the Smith district. There, they meet Barmada, Sarangami, Estrada and Tirala, an armorer, toolsmith, weaponsmith and Fletcher respectively. Since Sarangami is buying some metal from Kanisarami, the miner, he is currently unavailable for business. Otherwise, Dan has a good time, purchasing a set of armor, a spear, a battle axe, a shield, a bow, along with enough arrows to clear off dangers on the way. After the two have some breakfast, they head off to the stable. Craig boards his trusty horse, Gora, while Dan hops aboard Grim, his heavy, metal friend. They start walking towards the guest house, without grabbing breakfast for Dr. Traorus, because when Dan tried to, a mysterious voice in his head told him not to. Though he is not aware why, he'd rather trust his instincts. Thankfully, the doctor is having his stomach filled, along with having delicious sips of tea. This pleasant feeling is interrupted when his eyes follow the tea to its resting position, only to see the wicked smile of Diana.
By the wheels of the diamond minicut, how did you get inside?
There's no need to know. The important thing is not me getting inside, it's you getting out.
She replies, turning the doctor's face into confusion's territory.
In only a few moments, the villagers will appear here, to avenge their lost brethren. You must leave immediately, for you cannot save everyone, but if you leave, you, Dan and your friend will live.
She walks away after her final remarks, only to be interrupted by the attentive doctor.
I know exactly what is going on, dear helper. You were exiled from this village, after your rowdy behavior, after your house was burned. Cursed, never to hurt anyone. You had to create a plan for someone to take your vengeance. First, you gave Dan headaches, to drag us out to the forest, for you knew we would rest in the mansion. Second, you presented yourself to assist us, for the mansion experience would leave us weakened and vulnerable. Then, you set the patrol loose on our tail, but ensured our arrival at the outpost, knowing that the king would be killed and the golem would lead us to this very village. Now, the combined forces of the villagers are to slaughter every last soul in this village, as you wish you could.
I must say I am impressed, Doctor. Although my visions showed you would be the two who could survive, they never showed me so easily deduced, but you have the story ever so slightly incomplete. I was a normal villager once, till the day I was struck by lightning. The lightning gave me powers that I could not control. In response, Padre cursed me never to hurt any villager, but left me vulnerable. Day after day, I was hurt, more and more. One day, I had sensed my house on fire. I took Billy and ran as far away as I could. Upon reaching the shore, where the zombies couldn't hurt me, I decided to build my hut.
I am sorry to hear that, but it is not necessary to doom the entire village. Forgiveness is a way, and the fire, after inspection, it was of natural causes. They even built it back, with everything the way you likely left it. Look, they even kept this.
Dr. Traorus hands Diana a small picture he found the day before. Diana, after inspecting the photo, says,
It's Mom and Pop, and Billy Sr. I cannot believe they kept this unharmed.
They regret what they've done, Diana. Craig the panicking messenger, accidentally yelled everything in his sleep. They are happy to take you back, but you must end this madness, before anyone gets hurt.
I am afraid my powers have limits. It is too late, but I can give you this.
Diana throws a splash potion at the doctor, one of instant healing, which makes him cover his face in fear, but he feels better when his body absorbs the liquid. Upon opening his eyes, he sees a vanished Diana, but he knows his responsibility. He breaks through the brace and speeds out the door, where he meets Dan and Craig, riding in their respective ways. As they meet, they hear a horn in the distance. Along with the village bell to order everybody into their homes. As Craig rides away, The Order of Knights, belonging to this village, comes out to help the defenders, riding their horses and sword in hand. The duo armed themselves. Dan, being stronger, takes the bow and arrow. Dr. Traorus puts on his set of armor and equips himself with a battle axe by his hips, a spear in his strong hand and a shield in the other. Grim prepares to rack. Over the horizon, they see the first wave of raiders approaching in formation, while the knights take theirs. The raid has begun.